Okay, all right. So last time, we just finished break-even analysis, and then we started to talk about economies of scale, and yeah, and so today we are trying to finish the second part of this. Okay, yeah. So let me first mute Gordon first. Yeah. Okay. Right. And also one more here. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So, yeah. Come on, Gordon. If you want to answer the questions, yeah, you can unmute yourself. All right. But right now, so just let me do the talking. Okay. All right. All right. Okay. So, yeah. So last time we were here. So, as you have all known, um, economies of scale is when your firm is getting bigger, then you will be able to enjoy some benefit, and that is the reducing average cost. So when you look at this curve once again, okay, you will see the higher the output that you have, the lower the cost that you are going to get. Okay, yep. So which means that when the size of your firm is getting bigger, then the cost, the average cost, will be getting smaller. Okay, yeah, all right. And these are all the reasons. We just introduce all the reasons last lesson, and now we are going to talk about all those reasons. Okay, why when the firm is getting bigger, they will be enjoying a lower cost. Okay, so we are going to explain that one by one. Right? Okay. All right. Uh, so if you cannot wait, anyone else who cannot hear my voice? Wait, if you cannot hear my voice, please relog in. Yeah. Okay. All right. So we are going to explain this one by one. Okay. Yeah. Right. Okay. So for the first one here, yeah, we will talk about risk. So how this factor is going to help us to reduce costs. So let's take a look at this example here. Right? If you have a larger business, you will be more able to use risk diversification. So that is the reason, right? So you can see, talking about McDonald's, right? So now you can see, other than just the normal burger business, they also have the cafe business, and that's how you do your product diversification. But the question here is, how do they reduce the risk using this, uh, you know, this kind of strategy here? Anyone who can answer? Yeah, how can they diversify the risk using this? More different markets. Yes, exactly. Okay, so yeah, with that being said, if the burger business doesn't work out, yes, Sarah, yeah, you're correct. If the burger business doesn't work out, they still have the cafe business. Okay, so with that being said, the risk will be diversified, right? So that is, yeah, that's the case. That's how you reduce the cost if you are having a bigger business. And yeah, look at this very colorful cake. I don't think they have it in Hong Kong, but maybe in some other countries. But yeah, but you are going to take so much color into your stomach. So don't even try that one, right? Yeah, so that will reduce your cost. So that's the first one. So very easy, very simple. If you are able to reduce your risk, then the cost, the average cost, will be reduced. Okay, yeah. So that's the first one, and the second one, yeah, we have gone through this before. Yeah. So when the firm is getting bigger, do you think it's easier to borrow money, or is it going to be harder to borrow money when your firm is getting bigger? Easier, but why? Why? Come on, just explain why. Guys, try to explain it. Like, why is it easier? Okay, they will trust you because you have more ability to return. Yeah, that's totally correct. Yeah, more trustworthy. Yeah, that's totally correct. They have more collateral. That is good. Okay, Haiti, more collateral. They're getting big. They have more capital. They have more assets. So they have more collateral. They have more ability to return the payment. So that is good. Well done, guys. And that's why for this factor here, for the financial factor, the second factor here, if the firm is getting bigger, yeah, the bank will have more confidence when they are trying to lend you the fund. Okay, and with that being said, what will be the possible benefit if they have confidence? If they have confidence in you, and what would they give you? What kind of benefits would the bank give you? Like when they are they'll give you more loan. Yeah, they'll give you more loan, and at the same time there will be some other benefit as well. There's one very important benefit, longer, yeah, a longer loan, and also one more very essential benefit that the bank will give you, because well, yeah, more and longer, and also one more, which will make the cost cheaper when you are borrowing the loan. Yeah, lower interest rate. Yes, lower interest rates. Yeah. So don't forget to put the rates. Okay. Yeah. Right. So yes, that is good. Okay. So here, look at the screen. Possible benefits, very obvious. You are going to get a bigger fund, possibly a longer period of time for repaying the fund, and also, in the second item here, that is the most important thing. Lower interest rate. Lower interest rate. When your interest rate is getting lower, so when you're repaying the fund, you pay less. When you pay less, the cost is lower. Okay, so you see here, yeah. So first of all, yeah, about the risk. When you are able to lower the risk, then the cost is getting lower. And when you are able to lower the cost when you are borrowing money, once your firm is getting bigger, then you will enjoy a lower cost as well. Okay, so this is the rationale. All right, so when you talk about economies of scale, this is why when the firm is getting bigger, you have all kinds of cost reductions. Okay, in so many different areas, and this is the second one. So we have risk so far, and we have financial, right? In all those areas. Okay, and right. So very good. So let's go to the third one. The third one here, managerial. Okay, so managerial here, this one is very straightforward as well. Just think about this: when your firm is getting bigger, which means you have more resources. If you have more resources, you are able to hire more like specialist managers, okay, to run different departments. Remember when you were studying HR management? Yeah, there are so many different departments in your hierarchy, in the organizational hierarchy, okay? And if you are able to grow your business, okay, then you'll be able to find all those very professional people to manage the specific areas like accounting, finance, HR, marketing, well, you name it. Okay, operations, yeah. Okay, and if they're able to do that, if you are able to hire all those good managers, of course they're going to make better decisions. Okay, and yeah, if that's the case, it's going to be more efficient, right? When they are running the business, it's going to be more effective. The decision making that they have, right, is going to be more effective to the business. Okay, so with that being said, there will be less mistakes, and you will be more sure that there will be some quality products coming out from the businesses, or better quality of services coming out from the businesses. Okay, so yeah, so it's very good. So here, right, when you're able to do that, then you see here, more efficient, more effective. So you know the average cost is going to be lower. Okay, the average cost is going to be lower because now people, when they are working in your business, they can be more efficient, right? All the decisions that they made, they are so efficient, they're so effective. At the end, mistakes are being less, and the cost will be reduced. Okay, so this is the third one. Okay, about managerial, Okay, yeah, right. Okay, and the fourth one here, yeah, is also because of when your firm is getting bigger, you have more capability to buy more resources, and this is, yeah, you know what this is. Okay, about technological. So when your firm is getting bigger, when your firms have more resources, you'll be able to purchase more technology. Okay, if you are able to purchase more technology, let's say, so we just learned about this flow production, right? So once again, what is production? Still remember? What is it? Flow production. There's another name for flow production. What is it? A flow. Any example? Yeah, mass production. Yes, yes, Charmaine. Yes, right. So it's like, yeah, like a continuous flow, okay, of production. It's non-stop, right? Yeah, and when we watch all those videos, then it's always better to use automation for flow production because it's so effective, it's so efficient. Okay, and that's why if you have grown bigger, then you have more capability to buy something like machines, automation, right, like computer system, in order to build up your mass production. Okay, yeah. So that is the case. When your firm is getting bigger, then you are able to use better technology, and if you are able to use better technology, efficiency will get higher and the production costs will get lower. Okay, so remember the Chinese holiday homework that you have done, the very last question. Okay, you can also use a point like this to answer your question because I believe the question was asking if the firm should use automation for the production. Okay, and that is one of the benefits because when you are using automation, the efficiency is getting higher. So at the end, the production cost is lower. So the selling price of your product can be lower. It will become more attractive to the customers. Okay? Oh, wait. For those of you who haven't handed in the homework, okay, yeah, if you forgot to hand in the homework, please submit it, okay, in the platform. I think I still have like two or three students, okay, who haven't handed in the first one. I'm talking about the first one, the Chinese New Year holiday homework. Yeah, that's sad. Okay, yeah, I still have two or three missing. Okay, so if you realize that, submit it. Okay, yeah, all right, just a reminder. Okay, and also next week, yeah, we have another homework you have to submit. Right, okay, so finish it. Okay, yeah, cool. Right, so if that's the case, then you will see the cost is getting lower. Uh, yeah, you can see it. The average cost is getting lower because of the efficiency that you gain from this factor here when the firm is getting bigger. So all in all, you can see they have some commons. All the factors here, they all have some commons. They are all when the firm is getting bigger. So when your firm is getting bigger, you assume they have more resources that they can utilize, and that's why things become more efficient, and because of that, costs are getting lower. Okay. Yep. Okay. Right. So that is another factor. Okay. Yep. About technological. And then we'll go to the marketing one. Yeah. So the marketing one is a bit tricky. So here I'm just gonna simply explain this. Okay. So we all know what this is. Okay. Yeah, this product here, this hair dye product here, has been going on in Hong Kong for so many years, so many years. Okay, yeah, you can you can hear the voices from this photo, right? 美元發財. What is the next sentence? Yes, Gordon. Yeah, right. 冇得彈. Okay, yeah. So this commercial has been there for so many years, for about like a few decades, and right now there's still you can still see this commercial on TVB. Yeah, I think it's only on TVB. So is almost like a common memory for the generation, like my generation, your generation, yeah, and some other generations as well. Well, I think they changed it a little bit. They changed the packaging a little bit, and I think last time I saw a new commercial coming out from this product. But at the end, the phrase, they haven't changed the phrase. It's still maybe 發出冇得彈. So, well, anyway, okay. Going back to this factor here, you can see, okay, if your firm is small, okay, we assume you cannot produce a higher output. Okay, so when you think about the diagram, the diagram with that U-shaped curve, right? When we are talking about economies of scale, when you have lower output, the costs will be higher. Yeah, when you think about this marketing, here is the example. When you are only able to produce 10 goods, okay, and if you are promoting your product using the TV commercial, let's say the TV commercial costs you $500,000. Okay, so in average, okay, what is the marketing cost for each of the product? So in average, what is the average? So what is the average cost for each of the product if you are only selling, if you're only producing 10? Yeah, right. $50,000. Okay, $50,000 each. Okay, so that is expensive when you think about this, the average cost. Okay, but if you are able to produce more, like 1,000 output, 1,000 output here. Yeah, when your firm is getting bigger, you are more able to produce more output. Then, if you think about the average cost when you are promoting the business, yeah, the average cost is going to be reduced a lot. Okay, so here, this is one of the very obvious examples. Okay, so when you have a low output, the average marketing cost is so huge. Okay, and when you are able to increase the output, the average marketing cost will be reduced. Okay, yeah, so that is the case. That is why marketing is also one of the reasons. When you are able to increase your output, when you are able to increase the size of your business, this is what you can get. This is what you can reduce in terms of average cost. Okay, yep. So that is marketing, right? So let's move on to purchasing. Okay, so I think we all know that. So about purchasing. So when your firm is getting bigger, what kind of benefits can you get from purchasing? Discount, right? Cheaper discount. Yes, right. So if you are getting bigger, then you can buy more goods, and so well, you can buy more goods. Let's say right now we are in a good business. When you are able to do that, we call that bulk purchases. Okay, yeah. When we call that bulk purchases, it is saying when we are buying raw materials or when we are buying goods, we buy it in a very large quantity at the same time. Okay, at one time, right? So if that is the case, the suppliers usually they will give you discounts, right? Yeah, just like what you guys just answered me. So there will be discount. If that is the case, then you will be able to enjoy lower cost. Okay? So that is why purchasing, when the firm is getting bigger, when the output is getting bigger, you will have discounts. When you have discounts, then of course the average cost of your products will be lower. Okay, yeah. So yeah, so you see here is not difficult at all. They're so straightforward as long as you know the common characteristics why when the firm is getting bigger, the cost will be lower. The average cost will be lower because of all six elements here, all six factors here. Okay, yeah. So you can see very quickly. Okay, so these are the four factors which will give you lower average costs. Okay, yeah, and this is why we call that economies of scale. Okay, so take a look at this once again. Look at the x-axis. This represents the output, right? So when the output is getting higher, the cost in the y-axis will be lower because of all six factors here. Okay, right? So yeah, it's getting lower and lower. And this one here, that is the point when you are able to enjoy the optimum level of economies of scale. Okay, yeah, here, this one here, right? Okay, but after this, you can see the curve is moving up again. It's moving up again after the lowest point in the curve. Okay, and we call that diseconomies of scale. Okay, diseconomy of scale, right? And yeah, so usually we are going to generalize this when you are experiencing diseconomies of scale, which means that the firm now is getting too big. Okay, the firm now is getting too big. So this part here, yeah, I show you this part here is when the firm is getting too big. Okay, so when the firm is getting too big, then the cost will be getting higher once again. Okay, but what could be the possible reasons why, when the firm is getting too big, the cost will be higher? So what are the factors causing this? Cannot manage. Okay, that's good. Yeah, Chloe, that's good. Yeah, you cannot manage it. Okay, properly. Anything else? Too much variable assets. Jesse, can you explain that? Not enough fixed assets. Yeah, can you explain this a little bit? Yep. Mm-hmm. Okay. Oh, okay. Oh, all right. I see what you're trying to say. But I think you get something confused. Okay. So this is Jesse. Allow me to explain this. So even though that is yeah, so even though that is more about economics, I'm going to quickly explain this. Okay, so here, when you're looking at economies of scale, this curve here, we are talking about long run. So in the long run, we will say all the variable inputs and all the fixed inputs, they will all become variable. Okay, so you can actually adjust all the fixed assets as well, or you can adjust the number of all the fixed assets as well. So this is the part we cannot get it confused. So because we have two we have two stages, short run and long run, and in the short run there will be some fixed assets that we cannot change the number of it, and in the long run then we can change the number of all those different inputs. So yeah, that is the case. Okay, so that is yeah not the answer, but yeah. So Chloe got the correct idea, and there are some more. There are some more factors causing this as well. Okay, and take a look at this. So yeah, so first of all, yeah, Chloe is correct. Yeah, they cannot manage the workers properly. Okay, so I would say that is the third point. Okay, there will be poor control of the workers. Okay, yeah, because when you think about this, when your firm is getting too big, okay, so think about the hierarchy. Think about the hierarchy. Yeah, it's going to be so complex. Okay, it's just like an MTR network. Okay, um, yeah, Jesse, that was a thing in economics, but in here and here, well, I suggest Jesse, it would be better if you go back to that part in economics, and when we are talking about this economy of scale in business. So yeah, we are also focusing on factors like this three, yeah, these three here, these three here. Okay, but when you want to explain short run and a long run for economies of scale, then yeah, try to go back to that material. Okay, yeah, and if you have any more questions, you can ask me after that. Okay, yeah, cool. Yeah. So let's carry on. Okay, so yeah, poor control, poor communication. So think about this, right? When you have a very sophisticated hierarchy, okay, or organizational hierarchy, then you are going to expect the communication, right? Remember the game that we play, yeah. Um, when we're trying to transmit the information from the very first student to the very last one, okay, and at the end the message can be distorted. Okay, and also the second one here, yeah, there might be some demotivation of the workers. Okay, so yeah, so let's go through each of them. Okay, so yeah, if you talk about poor communication, right? So once again, larger business. Okay, if you talk about a very large business, they have a very complicated company structure, and because of this, the communication will be much more difficult to implement. Okay, because sometimes think about this, you have so many different layers. Maybe you have nine or 10 layers in your hierarchy. So every time when you're trying to communicate from the top to the bottom, something can go wrong. Okay, and it is not efficient. It is not efficient. And if you want to make it efficient, well, you might have to make more sub layers in between the hierarchies. And if that's the case, then the cost will get higher. Okay, and if there are mistakes happening, then there will be higher costs as well. Okay, because when you are making mistakes, which means that things are not being efficient. Okay, so you can see, right? This part here, the first part here, is when the firm is getting bigger, you have better efficiency, okay, in terms of all six factors here, right? But when your firm is getting too big, then you will experience some inefficiency based on the three factors here, okay? Yeah, right? Okay, so that's why, see the second point here, is going to be inefficient because it takes time to deliver the messages, and the messages can be misunderstood. Okay, and at the end, right? Yeah, it can take longer, so your decision making will be longer, or the message could be distorted. Okay, so that's why, yeah, that is the result. Slower decision making, and maybe some mistakes could be made, and that costs you some money. Okay, yeah, so higher average cost. Okay, yeah, so very common sense, right? When you have poor communication, there will be high costs because of the slower decision makings and poor decision made. Okay, right. Okay, okay, so let's quickly go to the second one. The second one here, so about the motivation of workers. Right. So think about this once again. When you are in the very large business, they have a very complicated organizational hierarchy. Okay. What does it imply? What does it imply? Yeah, what kind of business theory does it imply when you have a very complicated hierarchy? So which means that the workers, do they have more jobs to do, or do they just focus on a few things. Yeah, less. So what do we call that? What concept do we call that when they focus on, yeah, division of labor? Yeah, yeah. So we could say that. Okay, when you are in a very big business, it's more having the element of division of labor, because now when you see the hierarchy is getting more complex, okay, yeah, that implies people, they focus on one particular job or maybe a few particular jobs. Okay, yeah. So if that's the case, then you will see some demotivation, right? Because when you remember some disadvantages from division of labor, then you know one of them is actually this. Because you see here, you only focus on, one of the tasks, and at the end, you cannot even finish a complete product. So you don't feel like you are being valued. And at the same time, when a company is getting too big, when the company is getting too big, okay, there will be less communication between the workers. Unlike when you're working in a small barber shop, it's like every day, if you work there, you just chit chat with your boss and chit chat with your colleagues while you're working. So it's like a very friendly environment. But if you are in a very corporate style of company structure, then people, they are getting cold. Okay, yeah, because they all focus on their own particular job, and there's not much communication going on. There's no direct contact, and yeah, it's all based on maybe email. Yeah, you see, when you go back to the communication chapter, right? If you're using email, that might improve the efficiency of the communication. So that's why there will be less direct contact from the workers, and with the two reasons I just said, that's why the workers, they are not feeling they are being valued. Okay, if that's the case, they are going to be so sad. Okay, when they are being so sad, they don't have the motivation to work like properly. Okay, so as the result, what could be the possible result from that? If they're lack of sleep, yeah, motivation, and what is the possible consequence? Lack of productivity, yes, right? Lack of productivity, and maybe there are mistakes, okay, being made in the production process as well. Well, lack of sleep, that could be just one of the causes. Okay, when they uh well there's so many different situations. Okay, when you are in a company, okay, when there's too big, and they don't care about the health and safety and everything. So yeah, yeah, but anyway, that lack of sleep is not the main point. Okay, the main point is the motivation. Okay, and that's why the results will be the lack of productivity. Okay. 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 Right. I suggest you all having a better daily schedule, because that doesn't look good to me. Okay, in the long run. Okay. So yeah, yeah. At the end, there may be some demotivation going on if you are sleeping at 7 every day. Okay. Yeah. So yes. Okay. So at the end, lower productivity and also mistakes. Right. If you do that, then mistakes could be happening. Okay. So some mistakes might be made, and which will cost you higher. Okay, so you can see productivity. Okay, that's good, and the quality will go down because you make mistakes. When you make mistakes, then there will be higher costs. Okay, right? Just like this. Right. So we have the first one, communication. When the firm is getting too big, there will be a worse communication, and at the end, average cost will go up. And for the second one here, because when your firm is getting too big, you can see people, they are getting demotivated, and at the end, productivity and quality will go down, and that's why the average cost will go up. Okay, right? So let's go to the last one here. The last one here, Chloe explained it first. Not really explaining, but pointing out that's the factor. But you can see, when you cannot control your firm properly, Yeah, because it's getting too big. It's getting too big. So here are the examples. When you have too many managers, when you have too many departments, when you have too many products, when you have too much output, okay? So you can already realize it's so difficult to manage your business properly, okay? Yeah, and when your firm is getting too big, there might be some idle resources, or there may be some idle labor. There may be some idle departments that you don't even realize, because when you are developing your firms, you have to always go back and see what else you have to adjust when the firm is getting bigger. But this is very difficult, yeah, because you are always busy minding your own business, and you sometimes you cannot see that, and at the end you can see some unnecessary resources sitting in the business. And yeah, if you go to work, if you go to a very big company, you can see some employees, they don't have nothing to do. They have nothing to do. Okay, but no one knows. But no one even knows what they're doing, and they just sit there all day and earning their salary. So so this is the problem when the firm is getting too big. Okay, yeah, you don't even know what the other guy sitting next to you, what is he doing? Yeah, so that's the yeah, maybe he has nothing to do. Every day is just watching a YouTube video, and then he's earning his salary. Okay, so that is bad. So and if you have a poor control of this, then of course there will be some wastage. Yeah, some more waste. Yeah, so when we are talking about operations management, okay, we are trying to reduce the waste using lean production, if you still remember that. Okay, and yeah, you can see conflicts maybe getting more when you cannot properly control the business, and the results, the average cost will increase. Okay, yeah. Well, yeah. From the point of the stakeholders, when you are talking about employees, of course, yeah, if you can slack off and still earn a very satisfactory salary, then that's good for you. But when we are studying business, we try to think about all the ideas in a more positive way. Yeah, and that is not good. I suggest you should not write this in your answer when they are asking for the benefits or the limitations from different stakeholders, because that is not a good answer. Yeah, because, when people, they're able to slack off. Yeah, but in reality, yeah, you might feel good about this, okay, but no, but not in here, not in like academic business subject, okay. Don't do it. All right. So yeah, okay, all right. So yeah, so that's all for all the diseconomies of scale, all the factors for diseconomies of scale, and yeah, usually we will focus on only these three. Okay, yeah, and yes. So yeah, let's do a quick summary, right? So once again, for economies of scale, yeah, it's because of all these six factors. Okay, yeah, find yourself a way where you can memorize the factors more easily, okay, like what I used last time. But I don't know if that's going to help, well, that might not help, but you just have to find your own way. Okay, try to memorize the six factors which make the cost getting lower. And then when the firm is getting too big, then you will have this one here, the diseconomies of scale, right? And the factors are here, okay, about the communication, poor communication, and the lack of motivation, and the last one, poor control. Okay, yeah. So this is economies of scale, and that's all for this chapter here. Okay, so this one here is a very short chapter. We still have 15 minutes left, and well, let's do a Kahoot. Yeah, let's see if we can actually do a Kahoot here. Yeah. Let's do it. Let's do it. Right. So I guess we cannot do team mode anymore. So we are just going to do it individually. Okay. Yeah. So here, yeah, I'm just no, wait. I'm going to adjust the screen a little bit because they have some mistakes in Kahoot. So here. Oh yeah, sure. Um, wait. Yeah. But if I send you the link, then you can see the answer. So yeah. So don't do it. I'm going to yeah, just get in. Yeah, I'll give you the code. Classic. Yeah, can you see it? Can you see it? Okay, I guess I'm just gonna mute the music because you're not gonna hear any of the music here. Well, can you listen? Okay, can you listen to music? No. Okay. Right. So here. So enter the code, and yeah, this is what we yeah, this is what we can only do, Jesse. Yeah. Okay. Right. So get in there. Let me switch this window to the other screen. Okay. Yeah, because they have some mistakes in the Kahoot, so maybe for some question I have to pause. Uh, yeah, I have to pause the some questions a little bit. Okay, right. Oh no. Connection is really slow. Rachel, I don't think is the problem from my side. Yeah, I'm not sure. Hey, don't do it. Don't do Kahoot bots, please. Okay, all those what do you call that? Ninja bot? Or I forgot. But don't do it. It's very annoying. All right, so get in, get in. Come on, quick. We still have 13 minutes. Okay. Is that all? Well, but if you cannot even get in to Kahoot, you can still play the game. Okay. Well, you just cannot press the buttons. Okay. So I think I'll give you 1 more minute, and then we will start the Kahoot. Okay. Yeah, you can still play it from the screen. Okay. Oh, okay. So you guys are using another voice chat. Yeah. Are you not? Oh, okay. Yeah, but I've heard some other subjects they're actually using something like Discord for some activities. I'm not so sure what they do with that one. Oh, they use Zoom. Okay, for group discussions, maybe. I don't know. Oh, so then no principal. Oh, I don't think that's the reason. I don't think that's the reason. But that was scary. That was scary. That was really scary. And if you don't even realize that is actually principal, and like both of them just came into my classroom. And if you want to know the details, go to my YouTube channel and check out the video I upload yesterday for IB Economics. So if you look at the description, then it will direct you right to that part. So it was kind of funny. So if you if you want to go to check out the details, yeah, go to my YouTube channel. All right. So yeah, let's play. Okay. Okay, right. Which of the following is the reason for managers knowing the cost of the businesses? Okay, so yeah, so you can see, okay, blue is the answer. It will help them fix the price of the products. Okay, because when you think about a break-even analysis, right? So if you cannot break even using your current output, then you know, okay, you know like how much of the price that you have to set if you want to get a break even, or the other way around, if you are using, if you have to use the current price, then how much output that you have to produce or you have to sell in order to get a break even. Okay, so yeah, so that's what the break even analysis does. Okay, so second question. Okay, so that's good, right? The rent of the restaurant. What kind of cost is that? The rent. What kind of cost is that? Yeah, fixed cost, right? Because it doesn't really matter about the output. When the restaurant is producing, okay, they are paying the same rent. Okay, and if you're talking about the salary of the manager, it doesn't really matter how much output the restaurant is producing. Okay, yeah, it's going to be fixed. You still need that one manager there every month. And for machinery, okay, for machinery, well, you just have to make yourself some assumption, Sarah. Okay, yeah, so it doesn't really matter how much output that you have. You are using that machinery for, you know, the food. Okay, but yeah, that one here is kind of ambiguous. Okay, I would say is kind of ambiguous, right? Sometimes if you go to higher level, then for this the knowledge, then they would say the direct machine. Okay, they are actually variable costs. Okay, yeah, but here don't make it too complicated. Okay, yeah, the most correct answer. Okay, don't make it too complicated, and that will be the cost of the food supplies, right? When you are trying to increase the output, yeah, you need to buy more food. Yeah, you need to buy more vegetables. You need to buy more meat, right? And that's why that is the most appropriate answer. But here the machinery, well, I would say they are also correct, but not in this level. Yeah, because in this level we are trying to yeah, yeah, just treat ourselves like dummies. Okay, yeah, okay. So when you go to higher level, then they will tell you why machinery they can be also variable costs. Okay, yeah. Let's go to the next one. Okay, so the best definition of variable cost is, yeah, they vary with the number of units produced. See, that's the definition. Okay, so that is good. Good. Number three, they vary over time. That is not the most correct answer. Think about this, right? Yeah, it may not vary over time. If you fix your output, then they are going to be the same, right? Uh, okay. So yeah, let's go to the next one. So for the next one, there will be some adjustment. So if I when I click, okay, this button here, then of course the question will pop up, and you will see the number $6. Okay, change the $6 to $3 per unit. Okay, yeah, yeah, it is going to be $6 per unit, but you just have to change it to $3 per unit. All right, yeah. So let's go. So yeah, here, change it to $3 per unit. $3. Right. I think that one here you must be pressing the wrong button. Okay, so yeah, so $3. Okay, so $3 that is the unit variable cost, and they are producing 7,000 units. So the total variable cost will be 7,000 units times $3. So which will give you $21,000. Okay, yep. So that's good. All right, let's go to yeah, number 5. Yeah, when we talk about cost, it's all about something. Right, yeah, that's good. Great job, guys. Right, it's all about output. Variable cost, yeah, it will change with the output. Fixed cost, it will not change with the output. Okay, so next one here. Number 6. Oh, too bad, Jesse. Yeah. So total revenue of the business. Come on, guys. The unit selling price times the unit that you have sold. That is the total revenue. Go back to the financial management. That's how you calculate your sales. That is the sales. Okay, sales is your total revenue. Okay, yeah, the unit price times the units that you have sold. Okay, that's the one. Okay, yep. Oh, are you talking about the definition question? Uh, Well, there are multiple answers that you can use, okay, and this is one of them. If you are using the equation for the definition, yeah, you will also get the mark, okay? Yeah, you will also get the mark. All right. So when you talk when they're talking about sales, right? Yeah. Okay. All right. So next one here, number 7. Oh, too bad, Senate. Okay, break-even level of output. Right, yeah. Still remember this? Total cost. When total cost is equal to total revenue, that is where you will get a draw. Okay, that is where you will get zero profit. And that is what we call a break even. Right, that is the break even point. Okay, yeah. So number 7. All right, yeah, and for the green one, variable cost equal fixed cost. That is completely wrong. Okay, that is completely wrong. Okay, yeah. So remember this. Okay. And then which question is this? Is this number number 7? I think so. So for yeah, okay, thank you, Gordon. For number 8, I'm going to show you the question, and you help me calculate it first, okay, before I allow you to click it. So for number 8, when you look at here, yeah, so take a look of the question. No, 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 no. So just here, yeah, calculate it, okay, calculate it, and then I will give you the opportunity to click on the options, right? So a product sells for $14. The variable costs are $6, and fixed costs are $120,000. So the break-even output is. So can I Yeah, done. All right. I'm going to go to, so once again, right? $14 for the selling price. Variable cost $6 per unit. Fixed cost $120,000. So the break-even output is. So I'm gonna click it here. Right. Okay. Yeah. Senate. It's all right. We only have one question left because I'm going to skip two of them. Yeah. Okay, yeah. If your calculation is correct, you should be able to get this. Okay, $15,000. 15,000 units. All right. So let's go to. So how do you calculate this? Okay. So basically, because we make assumption. Okay. So here. So now we have to find out. Okay. You see, when the total cost will be equal the total revenue. Okay, so if that's the case, if that is the case, wow, it's 12 already. I'm going to explain this in the next lesson. Okay, yeah. So yeah, don't worry about this. Yeah, yeah, algebra, exactly. Okay, because you know how to find the break-even point. Okay. Yeah, it's okay. Yeah, yeah, you know how to find the break-even point, so you just have to use algebra and find the unknown number. Okay, so that's all. Okay, all right. So the very last one. I'm gonna skip this one. I'm gonna skip this one. So this is the last one. The last one here. Okay, yeah, economies of scale, right? Cost per unit. That is the average cost, right? So for as the firm expands, when the output is getting higher, when the firm is getting bigger. So that is correct. Okay, so that is the correct answer. So guys, yeah. So that's all. That's all, guys. I'm going to leave you alone for the lunch. Okay. So have a nice weekend, guys, and I'll see you guys next week. Okay. Yeah. All right. Gordon. Yeah. So guys, go to have your lunch. Right. Contribution margin. Oh, Gordon, come on, you don't have to make it too complicated. Okay, so just use the normal right concept that we have learned. That will be all right. Okay, so when the firm is getting bigger, so the average cost is getting lower. Right, that's all you have to know. Okay, yeah, right. So that's all. See you guys.